Renee Show.
In a minute we gonna have to leave, but
You're listening to Sharice Jones and Mustafa Captain Soul Star. Thank you for tuning in. I love them. I don't want the show to end. God bless you. Stay tuned for H.O. Barner, Our Power.
okay, let's go.
Miss Renee Show.
Welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show.
Hello, are we live? All right, hello, welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show right here at WLVS Radio in the nation's capital, right across from Howard University. HU? Got any Howards in here? Hey, you know. No, you don't know. Anyway, I love it. I am sitting here with the spectacular people of Edgewood Brooklyn Collaborative, Family Collaborative, right? And I wanted to bring them on, although we have a very tight show. We have a lot going on today because they are doing some wonderful things. And I want you to introduce yourself.
My name is Lavinia Williams. I'm the Executive Director of Edgewood Brooklyn Collaborative and one of the founders of the collaborative.
Yes.
And my name is Kim Bright. I am currently the board president of the collaborative.
Awesome, awesome. And there's one other one. You can give her a shout out since she's taping us.
Sharon Chrysler, who's taping us, who is the Deputy Director of the Edgewood Brooklyn Collaborative.
Yes, we met about a week ago, and I learned so many things about this wonderful organization. They're having their 20th year anniversary, and I want you to talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, the Edgewood Brooklyn Collaborative is one of 5 collaboratives operating in the District of Columbia that was created 20 years ago in response to a federal initiative to look at how communities could play a role in addressing the needs of at-risk children and families in the communities that we are in. And the whole idea is to keep children safely in their homes and communities and out of the foster care system.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And your part as president?
Yes, as president, I am responsible for overseeing the fiscal portion of the organization to make sure that we are responsible to all our funders.
The real deal.
Yes. In addition to providing support through fundraising, through other activities, we have a numerous amount of activities. So it's not just a matter of the dark side of child and family services, keeping children out of foster care. We also do a lot of empowering programs, various initiatives that help families become sustainable and to thrive and to be able to be productive and empowered.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me ring this bell. That's what I'm talking about. So how can they get a hold of you? I don't know if they can get a ticket or what's going on, but I know this is a wonderful place you would love to be, WLVS. So give them the information if you don't mind.
Well, our collaborative serves wards 5 and 6, and we are located in Brown Middle School, Brown Academy in Northeast Washington, Jefferson Academy in Southwest Washington. We're in Edgewood Terrace in Northeast, and we're located at 200 K Street Northwest, which is our main office, as well as 601 Edgewood Street, which is where we were founded and we began. And we'll be returning to that location after 20 years.
Full circle.
As part of the redevelopment of that community.
Wow.
And when we started 20 years ago, we were part of the redevelopment of the community 20 years ago.
Wow.
And the focus at that time was on the bricks and mortar, but they bought the collaborative grew out of a need to how do we address the needs of the children and the families. So that was how we grew and became involved.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you have a website or somewhere where they can?
Yes, we do. Our website is www.ebfsc.org, and that's E like Edward, B like boy, F as in Frank, S as in Sam, C as in collaborative.org.
Were you military at one time? Because you did that well.
No.
Listen, I wanted to bring them on 20 years, 20 stories. I wish I could keep them longer, but I wanted you to know what's going on in the community and these wonderful people and what they're doing. And you can find it on our website or find it on their website. And if you go to my Facebook after the show, I'll post it, and so you will be able to find them and attend this if possible.
That'd
Is
be
that
wonderful.
good?
That'd be
That's
great.
great.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for having us.
You are
Thank
so
you.
welcome. Thank you. Okay, we'll be right back with Phyllis Gray Cumberlander. Stay right there, y'all. This is live TV. Bear with us. That was wonderful. That was good.
Charice. That's just CHARISRESE on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Oh, my favorite thing, Snapchat. We had a Snapchat filter yesterday for the Charice Jones show.
I gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, say it. And yeah, say it. What good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Hey, yeah, say it. And hey, yeah, say it. Yeah, say it. The night is young and we are too, yeah. The night is young. Ooh, baby, say the night is young and we are too.
I know.
Let's bring some
a big love affair. Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show. We are here with Phyllis Gray Cumberlander. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Of Park Lane Jewelry. And let me tell you why she's here. You know, I bring people that I just connect to and people who have just wonderful spirits. That's what this show's all about, just providing a platform for great, awesome, amazing people. And that's what you are, Phyllis.
Thank you. You are too.
Oh, thank you. Look, I forgot the jewelry that she actually gifted me at Helena Makana's event a couple of months ago. But she has a lot to make up for it right here before you. It's Parkland Jewelry. And I want to know, how did you get started and what made you want to get into business?
Actually, I've always done direct sales. I had gotten out of the business because the business I was in went out of business, and I hadn't done direct sales in years. I worked in a law firm. I was contacted by Park Lane. Park Lane is 60 years old, going on 61 years old.
Wow.
They're a debt-free company, and they're in the Midwest. They were looking for someone to help get this jewelry in this area. They contacted me. I went out for an interview, and
They
rest
got the
is
right
history.
one, baby.
Quit my job in 6 months, and I've been doing
Really?
this is my bread and butter.
Yeah, maybe we need to talk.
No, Well, there's some ladies out there that I do want to talk to, that's for sure.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk about this jewelry because, look, there's plenty of people doing jewelry. You know, I had my girlfriend on, Jackie Griffiths. You know, she did Tracy Lynn jewelry. And now I have the wonderful Phyllis that's doing the Park Lane. And I love people that mirror the jewelry, the products, people who have the soul, the transparency, the just beautiful people with their beautiful product. And that's why I brought her on the show today. So it's not like you can get this and go anywhere just about right, maybe, maybe not, but you can't get it from someone like this. And that's the whole connection of the show.
Well, that's wonderful.
So I want you to just talk about a few pieces and then the fundraiser, because that's what I'm excited about.
Okay. I'll talk a little bit about the pieces that I bought with me because you mentioned to me holiday
yes,
shopping.
holiday, y'all,
And
right?
Not only holiday shopping, but dressing for the holidays. I bought you some bright and fabulous pieces, and these pieces range in prices from
I love it.
actually from $24 up to $200.
Wow,
But
that's
the
good.
prices that you
That's
see
beautiful.
in the catalogs are not necessarily the prices that you pay. I don't hand out catalogs to people. I am a personal
That's why
stylist,
I love you.
And I really like to set an appointment. I want to be your Harry Winston. That's who I want to be. I want you to come to me and say, I have an event. I want to
Yes.
style you, and I want it to be perfect for what you're wearing.
And this is gorgeous. Can we
This
talk
is
about
exactly
this one?
the same piece that I have on right here.
Oh, my.
And this piece sells for $118. But we have a bonus program that when you spend $30, a minimum of $30 on 2 items, you can get any of my items for half price.
Wow, that's
So,
gorgeous. I mean, look how it sparkles in the
Isn't that
camera.
pretty? And it's like the one that I have on.
Yes, that's my favorite. You know,
It's called
Oh, come back a little
Masterpiece.
bit. Oh, in a little bit.
It's called Masterpiece. And this is the same necklace. This is one that I think is extremely beautiful.
It's
This
very
really
feminine,
looks pretty
very
against your skin,
yes.
and it's made with rose gold. And all of our jewelry is made with Swarovski crystal.
Gorgeous.
Most
Look at
of
how
it's
it
made
looks.
with
I'm just,
Swarovski
it's
crystal.
gorgeous, gorgeous.
It's very pretty.
Yes.
Very pretty. This is called Thrones. Everybody
Thrones.
likes thrones.
Okay, yes,
Isn't that
ma'am.
pretty?
Yes, ma'am.
You'd be pretty in all
Oh,
of this.
yeah. What?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I have
I
on some
love it.
earrings that would cost $24.
Uh-huh.
Those earrings would cost $24. So
Oh,
if you
my.
bought 2 pair of earrings, you could get all of these at half price.
Wow.
That doesn't happen
That's
in
a great
anybody else's
deal.
business. It's
Yeah.
a great deal.
Yeah.
And that's why I really like Park Lane, because they really care about the customer. And they
Yes.
want you to be happy and you to keep coming back.
Yay! Well, I'm ecstatic, you know, just to work with you and the jewelry. I didn't know much about the line until I met you. So let's talk about this fundraiser.
This is
Yes, and I'll hold this for you.
This is one of the things that really attracted me to Park Lane. When I came to Park Lane and I realized that, I guess it's okay, I know it's okay to say that this business
Yes.
is built on Christian principles.
Yes.
And one of the things that Park Lane does is gives back to nonprofit organizations. And we have a specific brochure that I will gladly pass out.
Okay.
With jewelry in it that ranges in
Wow,
price
yeah.
from $18 up to just about $89 or $90. I don't think there are any $100 pieces in here. But we do these fundraisers, and when the fundraiser closes, within 7 days, Park Lane will send a check for 50% of your total sales
To the
to the nonprofit organization
of their choice.
Of their choice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And what I do is I give everyone a brochure and an order form, and you can take up to 10 orders on this.
Okay.
So if you do, now I'm going to tell you the numbers. If
Okay,
you
tell
have
us the numbers real quick, right
if
into
you
that
pass
camera.
This out, if you pass this out to 100 people, and 100 people take 3 orders at $33 each, that's about $100. That's $10,000. So you
Oh,
could do
where's
a
my bell?
you could do a $10,000 fundraiser in less than 1 month and receive $5,000 back in less than 7 days.
All right, so see now she's talking, right? Okay, so give them a way to get a hold of you.
Okay, so you can get a hold of me several different ways.
And talking to her, I want to make sure they hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a website. My website is kind of long.
That's
It's
okay. You just say it slow.
parklanejewelry.com/rep, REP/Phyllis C.
Love it.
You can do it that way, or you can call me direct.
Give them the number.
202-904-4530.
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful piece they just showed, too. Thank you so much for coming on the Renee Allen
Thank you
Friends
for
Show.
having me.
I have to have you back. We have to
I'd
talk
love
about
that.
that fundraiser offline.
Okay, all right, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with Stan Long, an author, and it's a very controversial book. So we want to talk about that. Be right back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. These are
Gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, say it. And yeah, say it. What good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Hey, yeah, say it. And hey, yeah, say it.
Yes, welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show. I am sitting here with Stan Long, and look, I have to tell you, I had his up-and-coming book all over Facebook today, and I was just promoting it. It's called Damaged Goods, Is It Me? I love that so much. I got all confused because we're really here about what, Stan?
Blackbird Medley, the transformation of a gangster.
Yeah, and that is the controversial
Transformation.
one. Yes. So are we talking about you?
We're talking about me.
So, Damaged Goods is coming up. It's a pending book, and I'm sure that's going to be just as great, if not better. But let's talk about this Blackbird Medley, because this has been very huge in the community.
Yes. Thank God for that.
Yes.
This is actually autobiography. It's a story of myself. Took 2 years to decide to write it because I didn't think that people would be interested in the story. You know how people don't want to tell it.
I know the people around you don't want you to do it, but people want to hear it.
They wanted to hear it evidently because I'm getting ready to turn it into a film. God has blessed me to be introduced to a young lady, Vera Katz.
Yes.
And she's put a lot of people in Hollywood, including Taraji Henson and a lot of other people.
Yes.
And so I take directing lessons in her living room now. And she's going to put this in the hands of producers in Hollywood.
Yes,
and
glory.
So
Give her
this is
another
where we
shout
are.
out. Yes.
Yeah, God is amazing, right?
Yes. Yes. So tell us how this has affected the community. What kind of feedback have you gotten? Because I know a little bit, but I don't want to spoil it.
It's been amazing because this book, I never thought of myself as a motivational speaker or any of that type of stuff, but this book has turned me into such a thing. Yeah. So now, not only do I motivational speak, I bring this along for the younger generation to be able to have something to grasp. This book was very candid. You know, Blackbird Medley was a very candid book because I told my story. Wasn't always favorable, but I just showed the transformation of what God could do to someone or with someone in my position.
We all
because
have
you're
to
never
grow.
too far to come back. Yeah. And so that's basically what this book is about, redemption and triumph. It shows you how you can overcome anything.
Yes.
You can overcome anything.
So we're going to call you the overcomer.
I'm the overcomer.
Yes, y'all. And let me show this book again because we don't have yet. Well, that's the new one coming up on Wiley, but we want to show this one if we get a close-up on it that's on the set. Yeah, this is the one that we want people to see as well. Is it clear enough? Yes. Right there. Thank you. Yes. All right. Okay. So let the WLVS listeners know how to get a hold of Stan Long, how to get a copy of this book, how to get you to come in and speak to people and motivate their people.
You can just email me at circle_7ENT@yahoo.com. You can find me also on Facebook, Stan Long.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter, Blackbird_43. Same thing with Instagram, Blackbird_43. And I would love to get in touch with a lot of people as far as the motivational speaking aspect, because now I'm getting ready to go into the schools and start talking to the youth about that. I just got back here about 7 months ago from Atlanta.
I know.
Yeah.
I met your mom.
Yeah,
so he has a wonderful family.
And so at this point, I also have a documentary, Damaged Goods, Is It Me, as well as the book that I'm chasing with this behind this right here. So you guys stay tuned. Also, the nonprofit is the thing that I'm most proud of.
And what is that?
And I have a nonprofit. I named it after my grandmother. It's called the G. Metley House for Georgiana Metley. Yeah, because Grandma was the backbone. So when she passed, I do a lot of things in her name. Awesome. So the foundation is for single moms, incarcerated dads, and urban trouble youth. Awesome. Because single moms are created by incarcerated dads. Right. And incarcerated dads and moms create urban trouble youth. Wow. You know, because the mom is there in a single home. Yes. And by default, sometimes urban trouble youth are created.
I love it,
So
Stan.
I decided to put that back and, as a give back.
Thank you. Thank you for giving back. And give them your phone number before we close out this segment. If you have one. If not, give me the website.
What I'll do is just have you email me.
Okay.
Just email me if you could at circle_7 ENT@yahoo.com.
Awesome.
And I will definitely respond immediately.
Yay. I'm so glad you got a chance to come.
Thank
you, Lady
Thank
Nakia Wright, for making this happen, because we were running after you for a couple of months,
Yeah,
right?
well, I appreciate you having me on, and I see that you are a super duper networker.
I'm just trying to connect people and make things happen, you know.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me on. God bless.
God bless you. There you have it, Stan Long. We'll be right back with our featured guest, Melanie Gamble with Remax Supreme. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. That was good. A lot of good information. I know it was fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
I gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well, you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, say and yeah, say what good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules.
The Renee Allen and Friends Show. We are really doing a lot today, aren't we? My goodness, I just love to bring you a lot of great people, a lot of great things. And our featured guest today, sponsor and featured guest, is my friend and dear friend to the community, Melanie Gamble. She is the owner, the broker of a franchise, Remax Supreme, and she is doing some great things and making dreams happen right here in the DMV. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you.
I am so glad to have you here.
It is my pleasure.
You're so busy. Look how beautiful you look.
Oh,
my goodness.
thank
My
you.
goodness. Well, I wanted to just share with the WLVS listeners a little bit about you. They see you, you know, you're moving and shaking, doing all kinds of great things. But I want to get a little personal side for a couple of minutes, and then we can take a break and come back to the Remax Supreme. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about you, because I have so many accolades in here. I mean, you have so many titles, so many things you have accomplished. Woman of God, just everything. Tell us a little bit about, you know, growing up and the journey to what you're doing now, because it has to be a good foundation.
Oh, absolutely. First and foremost, of course, I have to give all praise and honor to God.
Yes.
Because that is the source of my strength. And I can say, as from a little child, I always say that I grew up as a spiritual mutt because I was Christian Catholic. My maternal grandmother was Holiness. My maternal grandfather was Baptist.
My.
Right. And when I went to school, they sent me to a Christian school. So
That's
I had
a lot.
all of these different doctrines coming at me. And I would say that it was my grandmother being rooted in the Holiness Church where I really have the strongest roots in my foundation and really just believing upon Jesus Christ. Yeah.
There we have Grandma
So-
again. We had another guest that talked about Grandma,
Yeah.
right? Give Grandma her props, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
My goodness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so did that play a part in, you know, because you are a minister, I believe, right?
I am.
So did that play a part in that, having all these different...
You know, that me becoming an ordained minister is a long journey in and of itself. And honestly, for a long time, I didn't think that I was worthy enough to be used by God. And so it wasn't until I was in Atlanta, Georgia, I was actually a member of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church under Bishop Eddie Long. And I felt the Lord speaking to me and tugging on me. And again, I'm just like, who am I? You know, who am I? Who am I to say what thus saith the Lord?
My goodness.
And I just felt the Lord continuing just to push me. And so I had started taking steps in that direction while I was at that church. I had actually gone through a vow of purity ministry and actually I believe that was very instrumental in me finally becoming a wife.
Yes. Yes. I mean, she wears all different hats.
Right. But, you know, because one of the things that I had been praying for while I was there in Atlanta is, you know, I really wanted to be married. And the Lord, I felt, again, the Lord speaking to me and saying, okay, well, you know, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes, my goodness.
So I said, okay. So... you know, well, that's what they say. That's the adage, right? You know, if you want something you never had, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes.
And so going into not only the new year, but the new millennial, 99 going into 2000, I made a vow to the Lord, and I said, okay, this is it. I cut off everybody. And going into the new year, I was really just praying and fasting. And I had really cried out to the Lord about my desires, you know, the desires of my heart. And sure enough, the second weekend in January, I found myself alone, like, okay, not communicating with anyone, because the Lord really told me just, like, cut it, you know. And
just
so,
be still.
Yeah, just be still. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go on the internet. Maybe I'll just, you know, communicate with someone online. And this is when internet dating was first kind of coming out. This was in 2000, right? This is before pictures or on the internet, any of that, you know. So I just put a post out on Match.com. And within a couple of days, you know, a couple of people were communicating with me, and this gentleman...
Oh, I know they were.
Was But now again, now
beauty and brains.
But there's no picture, Renee. Now remember, this is before. This is
okay.
No pictures. No pictures. So you really just get to know the person if they're being sincere. And long story short, I was communicating back and forth with this one gentleman. His name was JMCSE, and I never forget it. He responded and he said, I think I should just wait on what the Lord has for me. I think I'm like pushing this thing. And I said, I totally understand. I'm in the same space.
Oh my
I said,
goodness.
I really just wanted someone to be able to communicate with online. And then he says, well, how would we do this anyway? You're in Atlanta. I'm in Maryland. And I said, hey, we're just, and really at this point, it's all via email.
Right.
And I'm like, we're just communicating.
Email, wow.
So that went on for about a week. We just kind of emailed back and forth, and finally he asked me for my phone number. I gave him my phone number. We talked last weekend in January. He flew to Atlanta to see me. First time he had seen me, didn't know what I looked like.
This sounds like nothing but God.
Right. It's nothing but God. So that's the very, actually I said the last weekend, but it was like the first weekend in February. The next weekend in February, of course, that was Valentine's Day. He flew me up here to Maryland. Wow. Took me to New York. We went to see a Broadway play, came back, he proposed.
I love it.
He proposed, and then July 1st of 2000, we were married, and we've been married now for 16 years.
And she has a wonderful husband, beautiful children. Right. I mean, let God, right?
So 16 years later, 3 boys later, we're good. Wow. We're still here.
Oh, that's a beautiful love story. I gotta have you back on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Wow, I learned some things trying to get to your personal bones.
Yeah.
See? My goodness, that is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So, does your husband work with you?
No, he used to work with me prior to the real estate crash. Okay. But like they say, been there, done that. Yeah. We got the T-shirt. We're good.
Right. We're good.
We don't need to go there anymore.
Yeah.
So,
well, look, I want to show you something. You could pass me that green box right there.
Okay.
One of our friends to the show. I've been going on maybe 19 months now, and Alexis Streets of Basket Treats in Laurel, Maryland, is my girl, and she was one of my first. I think she was my second spotlight sponsor.
Okay.
And I went to her, and I wanted to give you a gift from a sponsor. I want to keep everything connected, and so this is for you, for not only being a sponsor, but being my friend.
Oh, thank you.
And I wanted to get Basket Treats. And we do have the Basket Treats logo.
Oh my God!
And Alexis Streets picture. Yep, there she is,
delicious.
right there.
Oh my goodness!
And let me tell you, there's a picture of her store that I think Wiley has as well. Right there, bam, boom, pa-dow.
Oh my goodness!
But listen to this, y'all, and you have to go see her. She's having a grand opening. She's changing the whole. She's renovating, and it's gonna be. She told me white. So we will go to the grand opening, okay?
Yes.
We will spread the word, because she is
yes.
all that in a bag of chips, and you're going to love those treats.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Thank you
so
thank
much. You, Basket Treats. I went and met with her this morning just to get those for you, because that's how much I think of you.
Oh,
you are so special.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we're sitting here with Melanie Gamble of Remax Supreme. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to talk about now business, okay?
All right.
Okay? All right, I'll be right back. So I hope you enjoy those.
Oh, my goodness.
Gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. where it stays. Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away? Ooh, every night. 'Cause this life will be back around. So
I love that picture, Melanie Gamble. We have to give Jackie Hicks a shout out, don't
Yes,
we? And Letitia
yes,
Thorne.
yes.
Listen, if you want a professional headshot, you need to go to Jackie Hicks. That's who I go to for this show. And there's a few other wonderful photographers, but Jackie does my headshots. Yes, and that's a beautiful headshot.
Yes. Thank you.
So we're sitting here with Melanie Gamble. She is the broker owner of the franchise of Remax Supreme. And I just want to start talking about this business. If you missed it and just checking in now, we just talked about her personal side, and I found out some really nice stuff, a love story and everything. Yeah. But you have to wait till next time. So now we want to talk about your business. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My goodness, let's talk about how or why you wanted to get into real estate. Because you're so beautiful. You could have did, I mean, usually when you have the beauty, you can do just, you don't have to go into that's kind of tedious, real estate. Yeah. You don't see too many beautiful women. I don't either. And you just have the whole thing.
Well,
so how did you think about getting into it?
Renee. Again, that's another grandmother story.
I love it.
The long and short of it is I found myself losing some property that was left to me by my grandmother, not having full knowledge of real estate. And so really I got into real estate. I really was just taking a class to learn because of what had happened to me. I'm like, well, if that happened to me and it happened in Alabama, I'm sure that happens all over the country.
Can I ask when this was about? What time frame?
This was in 2001.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, 2000, right after I got married, actually. And I said, well, I'll just take a class. So I took a class, and I became very fascinated with real estate and really being able to assist other people in sharing knowledge. Yeah. My people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yes,
and
wow.
So many of us, we get caught up in what we hear and not really what we know. And so I took it upon myself to get the knowledge. And at the time I was working for the Washington Post, and I remember as I was going on and my career was moving on, and I'd been very blessed. I had some very great clients, like right out the gate. That's awesome. So I was making nice money right out the gate. And I remember my husband saying to me, look, you need to quit, because at the time I was what they considered dual career. I was working at the Post during the day and working real estate at nights and weekends.
Doing your passion.
Yeah. And my husband was like, you need to quit. He was like, imagine for as much effort as you give to the Washington Post, imagine if you put all of that effort into your own business 24/7. Right. How successful you can be.
And with a supportive husband.
Right.
Bam.
Yes. That is the key. And I tell anybody, I mean, whether you're married or not, if you have a supportive team around you, somebody that's going to encourage you, to tell you that you can do it, to keep going, that is the key. And
preach, sister.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, even like now, just to digress shortly, but I just think about when I was growing up and the things that I was told versus what I tell my children. There were limits. So like, you made a comment saying that I'm beautiful and I could have done anything, and I appreciate that. And it would have been great to hear that growing up. But growing up, I was kind of, in
a box.
Yeah, put in a box. Yeah. You're pretty, so you're limited to what you can do.
Or get married, have some children.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And so now I tell my children, you can be anything. You can be absolutely anything that you want to do. And the blessing of having had President Obama in office for the past 8 years, that's all my baby has ever known as far as a presidency.
Isn't that awesome?
Right. So his mind is totally open. Because there are no limits.
Isn't that something?
There are no limits. Because that's all he's ever known.
Yes.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so I digressed a little bit, but
I love it though. This is all about you, because people have been asking me, inboxing me, how did she do it? Let's talk about your offices.
Right.
You have an office, let's talk about your office. I'll let you talk about it.
Okay, sure. Yep. So we started out actually in Upper Marlboro with independent brokerage. I started out in 2009 with 212 Degrees Realty.
Okay.
And I actually still have that brokerage. That brokerage, we primarily do property management under that umbrella, as well as a lot of the bank-owned properties.
Okay.
That is a niche market for me, for my personal book of business.
Okay.
And then in 2014, I really was looking at where the market was going and where I was trying to go in my business and what I wanted to do. One of the things that I like to do, Renee, and you know as well, is I like to associate with the best in the business. And RE/MAX agents, by far, if you look, every market study, any research that you do on real estate agents,
Top
RE/MAX
notch.
agents are always the top agents. And I was a RE/MAX agent prior to the market crashing, prior to me having an independent brokerage. I was a RE/MAX agent.
Okay.
And so I interviewed all the different brokerages. I interviewed Berkshire Hathaway,
You do your due diligence.
Keller Williams. I interviewed all of them. And for me, for what I wanted, for the agents who would be working for me, and the name that I wanted to go out, because RE/MAX is the most recognized brand, real estate brand in the world.
I didn't know
RE/MAX
that.
is in 97 countries.
Wow.
Right. And so with our area being so diverse and having so many people coming in from all over the world, it's how much easier is it to someone to have a conversation about real estate and you say that you're with RE/MAX and they're like, oh, you're in my country.
It's recognizable.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
You know, it's like we were in Mexico last summer with my kids, and a kid, there's RE/MAX.
Wow.
And my kids are like, Mom, there's RE/MAX. Yes, there's RE/MAX. Yeah. So, you know, so it's so much easier to do business with people, you know, who are familiar with you and familiar with the brand. So when I was looking for the brand, that's one of the reasons that I chose RE/MAX. And again, because I wanted to have the top tier agents.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I wanted the agents that were going to go out and produce.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about I don't want to tell them, but your two offices, because the
Yes.
latter of the two is a big deal.
Yes. So our first office is in Bowie, right, in the Vista Garden Shopping Center, right off of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And then our second office that we located right, is at the National Harbor. We are, we literally, we're at 6710 Oxon Hill Road, and we sit literally on the corner, diagonal from the Outlet Mall is on one corner, the MGM Grand is on the other corner, and we're right on the other corner.
And that's grand opening is the first week of December.
Yes,
right.
For the MGM. Yes.
Isn't that awesome, y'all?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But it's all, and I say this, it is all the grace of God. I tell people it has nothing to do with me. I have just come into knowing.
Humble pie.
No, I just come into saying, okay, Lord, I thank you for still considering me a worthy enough vessel. Because I tell you, because for so long I was like, I'm not worthy, you know. But I have come to accept, okay, Lord, I thank you for wanting to use me. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you something about her because she's not going to do it. You know, I've seen Melanie around and have admired her and watched her. But friend to the show and Karenisms, our wonderful Karen Marie Austin connected us in a way from her birthday. And we have just never looked back. I mean, this is my friend now, so Karen has to share her. But I'm telling you, Melanie is just priceless. Her demeanor, I don't even see why she can even say she doesn't feel worthy, but that's another humble servant there because she's just so graceful, elegant, just so giving. She supports women big time, y'all. Big time. If she really believes in you, she shows you. She's not a talker, she's a doer. And I'm here to tell you that I'm so grateful to have her in my life. And I just want to thank you for being a part of this show, a huge part. Remax. Oh, where is the Remax? on the. Oh, we gotta get that. Yes, we gotta get that Remax up there. Bam, boom, pow. Yes, thank you, Wiley. And just thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for believing in me, for sponsoring, for being. We're gonna have you. We're gonna talk. There's so much we want to know about you.
Yes.
There's so much you want to know about real estate. But we're going to talk about that, and we're going to have you on when we can get you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So how do they get a hold of you? Even though we have things up here, how would you prefer them to get a hold of you?
The easiest way to get a hold of me is calling 301-851-5140, or you can always email me, melaniegamble@remax.net.
Awesome.
Yep. Or you can follow me on Twitter.
Yay.
At Melanie Gamble, Facebook Melanie Gamble, LinkedIn Melanie Gamble.
Yes.
I'm pretty consistent.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
One little quick marketing tip. Be consistent
right
with your brand. Okay. Yes. Be consistent with your brand. So whatever your name is, be that person on every social media platform, because it's hard to find, different people.
I'm going to
on
take
different
heed
platforms.
because I have 3.
Yeah, no.
And I need to reel that in a little bit, right, sis?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, you need to be,
be consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're going to be cutie pie, be cutie pie.
Be cutie pie.
Everywhere.
You are a cutie pie. So we were sitting here with Melanie Gamble. I'm telling you, if you tuned in, you did have a treat. If you missed us, we'll be on YouTube, and within 48 hours, you can find on the Renee Allen and Friends Show, WLVS, Melanie Gamble, and you'll be able to see this and share it and let people know that she's here and what's going on, the great things she's doing. And I just want to leave you with the last word. If you just want to say something to people who are, their dream, their legacy, buying a home, if there's anything you want to say to someone who's thinking about buying a home.
Well, I would be remiss without saying thank you to you, Renee.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you to you for sharing this platform and allowing me to come and say hello to everyone. And I just thank God for when he allows me to cross paths with very successful women and to be able to support them. I mean, I consider it an honor and a pleasure to be able to do such. So I just want to thank you for this opportunity to be able to even be able to do such. Yes, absolutely.
I love me some Melanie Gamble. But if you're looking for a home, your legacy, your dream, this is the one to call.
Thank you. And we also have commercials. So the next time we will have our commercial broker on, Noble Davis. He will come and share about commercial real estate. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
you for tuning in, WLBS. This is let's throw some kisses because I love you. I can't do this without you. If you have any comments, just Facebook me. If you want to be on the show, you want to be a sponsor, let me know. And God bless you. Tune in and stay right here for Dr. H.O. Barner's Hour of Power. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Melanie Gamble, our sponsor, Remax Supreme.
Yay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Silken